Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So back on Frostpunk. It is minus 50 at the moment. It looks like I have got, what's that telling me? Too cold, under construction. So I think we were trying to sort out these medical situations, trying to prepare. So it's going to go down one level, so it's only going to go to minus 60. Oh, I've got a little lock up there straight away. Thank you, game. What's this team doing? So let's get these guys. So the children's hideout. Okay. This cave is a hideout for some children who were evacuated from Winterhome. There are no adult survivors here. We should talk to the kids and take them to our city. So, explore. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night their teachers and some hunters took them out from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them that they're going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, their guardians went back to get more and didn't return. Jesus. It seems these kids were evacuated in time, but things in their city got really ugly. So what have they been living off of then? So our options here are to escort the children to the city, and there's 35 of them, or send the children to the city, or we leave them there. See, this is what this game does really well, because it leaves you in these little moral ponderies, because we all know that the children are there's 35 of these kids, so they're all going to be eating food and they're all going to need shelter, but they're not really doing an enormous amount for the city. So it's deliberately giving you this kind of point where you can make a controversial decision. I can either, if I bring them back, then they'll all get home. If I send them, some of them will die, or I leave them there. I think I'm actually going to do, this is a little bit controversial, but I'm going to do the send them to the city. As you ordered, we gave the children a map and pointed them in the right direction. They looked at us in disbelief, and the youngest started to cry. Left with no other choice, they set out towards the city in a long, ragged column. There's a few dozen of them, but we don't think you'll need to prepare quite so many bunks. Oh man, feels bad. Feels bad right now. Just don't tell anyone when you get there. If that's alright, just keep that to yourself that I did that. Yeah, that feels pretty bad. But needs must. These are difficult times. Right, so what are we actually working on at the moment? We're still trying to work on the medical situation by the looks of it. I always find that because I'm not playing this kind of constantly. Obviously I'm playing it in kind of sort of sessions. Why is that one too cold? We're getting major problems with illness. Why are we getting such major problems? I'm not sure what this is telling me either. Is this telling me I'm running out of coal? I've got loads of coal. God, it's only a day's worth though. We can't boost them. We need more people. What we're researching here? I can't remember. Technology tree. Steelworks. Steam steelworks. It looks like we've got so this medical post is too cold. Has that got us? Is that? Oh, that's not the right button. Has that got we haven't got an upgrade option for this yet, have we? Care house. Wood problems. Where are we getting wood from at the moment? Anywhere? Oh, yeah, that number's going in the wrong direction, isn't it? More and more people getting sick. Let's have a quick look at the overlay. I don't really understand why though, because it doesn't look that bad. Right, it's cold out here. I can boost the temperature of the cookhouse. Some places just look like they're kind of always cold. Don't know what you're supposed to do about these. I mean, maybe you're supposed to just be building more of the these steam hubs, I guess. So I've got one of those there. Let's look at the temperature again. Let's look at that overlay. I kind of want them to stay open. So this is all cold here. Londoners are going down in the right direction. A few people want to go to London thanks to high hope. First Londoners convinced to stay. Sir, several of the people who wanted to flee to London have decided to trust you and stay. They say your recent decisions convinced them there is hope for us here yet. Oh, just let low children die in the snow, but don't tell anyone about that. Right, so can you just leave that temperature overlay on for us? Let's just pause this for a minute. So this is all kind of warm. No, it's not. This is all warm here. So I've got a few of these steam hubs. I don't have one out here. Maybe I need one out there. The thing is, these are all places that generate their own heat. And what I haven't worked out yet, really, is... So that isn't actually... Even though it's got heaters on, it's not doing any good for it whatsoever. It's still very cold. So... Yeah, the trouble is if I turn that off it'll be even worse. So I think this is the issue, is that I've got I need more of these steam heaters, and I think that's probably what it wants me to do. So I'm going to whack one out here. I'm going to whack another one. No, I can't because I've got not enough steel. So, right, what have we got collection-wise going on at the moment? So you've got steelworks. These guys are not doing anything on this. Who have we got idle? Kids idle. It's because this number of sick is going up. We start to struggle as soon as that happens. Got 2 steelworks there. Yeah, all my religious stuff is all underway, and it looks like I'm kind of running low on. There's wood here, and there is actually quite a lot of wood. So where are my lumber mills and stuff? Sawmill. Well, first we'll gather wood. So they haven't actually got a lot of wood left to gather over there by the looks of it, but that is maxed out. So that's what the sawmill looks like. I think maybe that's the only sawmill I've got, which probably explains why I've only got 28 wood. These are all medical places. And are they warm enough? They are. Can I turn the heat off in that one? No, they just instantly go to chilly. So I've got to upgrade these because they're basically doing nothing at the moment. So that's a medical post, isn't it? Cold. Livable. Yeah, so the bunkhouses are making a big difference to people's ability to stay warm at night at least. All these medical posts are cold or chilly. Cemetery can be cold. That's actually what you kind of want from a cemetery, I guess. Those are replaceable over there. Let's go and just do one of those. Just so we've got somewhere for people to go when they arrive. That one can have one more person in it. And we need... So we need a new sawmill, I guess. That seems like an alright place to put one, I guess. Not adjacent to the street. Actually, probably here is better, isn't it? So I think that means they'll collect everything within that radius. So that's going to be cold though, isn't it? Instantly, but never mind. So steel, yeah, steel and wood are big issues at the moment. We do have that other, if we go to the map, this winter home was a wood depot, wasn't it? Yeah, a wood supply. What are those guys doing? They're delivering coal. Okay. So we'll keep that trade route open. I think that's going to be quite important to us. Food is getting a little bit worrying as well, actually. We don't seem to be churning out as much food as we maybe should be. That's alright, that's going down though. So we've got 30 people in palliative care. This is it's a real problem when you get that, because it's such a sort of drain. Right, we're out of steel. Because they don't go anywhere. I'm going to take these guys off of this. Put them in there. Yeah, they don't I can't think of what I was saying now. Yeah, they're just a drain basically. They don't give you anything more. I think, unless you can kind of get them back into work, which I think maybe you can, but I still haven't worked out how you do that. So we've got prosthetics bin. So is that getting these guys down? So we've got 12 people. Just watch what happens when it goes through that. Is that number coming down every time it does a... Yes, it is. So we are putting those guys back into work, which is great. We're out of steel. Let's take the automaton off there, because I think he does less. I don't know why, but I feel like he does less than the workers do. 4 people sick now. God, that went quick. Night's already here. Alright, so we now need to take them all back off of there again. Put them back into this. Take them off of that. Put them back into that. In fact, actually, I'm going to check all the hunters' huts. Because I want to make sure... Oh, that's on 24 hours, is it? Yeah. Didn't realise I'd done that. I want to make sure that all the hunters' huts are actually full. Yeah, because a lot of them aren't, and that's why we're getting low on food, I think. We've got to remember to put all these guys back, otherwise we'll have a shortfall somewhere else. Factory... I can't use the engineers anyway, I don't think. Workers... What's this? Coal... Right, so let's get the... What we need is more... We need just more general workers, really. Sawmill is not operating this time anyway, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, if I was to, I think I said this in another episode, but if I was to do this, shows I'm not going to, but if I was to restart this or play this again, and just on that, it doesn't feel like the sort of game that you'd actually probably really play more than once, to be honest. Can't really see why I would. I'm not playing it on like easy level or anything. But yeah, if I was to play this again, I think I would plan things out better. It's a bit difficult because you don't, it's such a kind of throws you in the deep end kind of game, and everything's so kind of instantly difficult that you you don't really kind of work out what you're doing until you're kind of already established. But I would I definitely would kind of restructure the way I lay things out, because for example, I'm pretty sure that these hunters' huts, and I worked out sort of towards where I am now, would be better off right on the edge, because if you watch in their animation, they go out, and I think probably the quicker they go out the better, although I'm not sure. I guess they don't come back until the day anyway, but they don't seem to have a necessity for temperature and they obviously only function in the night. So what would be useful is to have a ring of hunters huts around the edge, or just a grouping of hunters huts on the edge, and just to literally move, because what I was doing earlier game was moving people from the hunters huts back into work in the day, and that would be useful. So let's check out what this freshwater springs. Several pools are kept from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichens cling to the bare rock at their edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Explore. So, degenerated but alive. Okay, well, we're getting some. Looks like we're going to get some survivors here. Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. I wonder if this is the teachers and stuff from that group of kids. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichens, or they've been eating each other then. Ooh, the cannibals in the cave. Right, so I guess we're escorting these guys back. So they've got 22 workers. Is that 22 workers or 22 engineers? I think that's actually engineers, isn't it? 7 kids, 22 workers. I think we're going to actually escort these guys back, even though that place is kind of far. Yeah, kind of a long way out. But what's my timing on this? Build 3 shrines. I just noticed that. What's the deal with the shrines? How much do they cost? 10 wood, 10 steel. Yeah, so steel's our killer at the moment. I think I just put the automaton to work on the. Yeah, I did. Getting steel. What's that little bit of news there? So the temple. Just said something about the temple is influenced. Something positive, I think that was anyway. These are our faith keepers. Where's our churches at the moment? There's the temple. Scouts have reached the Dreadnought Landing. Okay. This seems to be a scout episode. That number of Londoners is going down. Look, 68. A huge ship which has been. Start again. A huge ship has been dismantled here. Only its massive keel plates remain under the ice. Railroad tracks lead south. Explore. Ooh, a new city. So light to the south. We found a piece of hull plate bolted to a boulder. It's engraved with the following inscription. In the year 1886, the American expedition aboard Hephaestus landed here in search of a haven from the global glaciation. May God preserve the souls of our fellow countrymen who perished on the way aboard our ship Prometheus. 1886. It's supposed to be like, maybe this is supposed to be like an alternate universe or something then? 1886 is obviously pre-industrial revolution, but we're in kind of steampunk land. Maybe that's just referring to a time in history or something. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so we discovered Tesla City. Oh, look at that. Resources will be taken. So we get 1 steam core, 110 wood and 105 steel. That's so useful. And we definitely want those guys to head home with that, even though that is very close. Right, we're going to push on. Yeah, we're going to send the scouts onto that. It's a bit of a risk. I feel like that maybe is a bit of a risk. I'm not really sure. So these guys, where's my... Isn't there supposed to be a team moving between that? Where have they gone? Maximum number of expeditions reached. Outpost depot. I think maybe they just kind of always move in between there. I got another little lag spike here. I don't know why this has started happening. Started happening a couple of episodes ago, but I don't know if it's just the game. I can't believe it's my PC because I've got a good PC now. My PC is really good. Well, it's better than it was when I started playing this game. So we've got 28 idle at the moment. I think that's okay. That number of sick is going down still. Yeah, see what I was saying about having them kind of, if they were grouped together, you'd be able to, oh, I can build a shrine now. You'd be able to kind of quickly identify where things are. So these are all my bunkhouses, aren't they? So I want the, can I build that kind of in somewhere? Looks like I can. So that's one. Can I build any more? Yeah, great. I don't know whether there's a sort of, I don't know if there's a positive reason to have them overlapping at all. These are bunkhouses. Build one there. And I'm going to build one more. No, I'm not. Because I need wood and steel. Okay, hold on. That coal supply looks alright-ish. Free time? Who's got free time in this game? About a day. It's only ever about a day. People abandon the Londoners again. Cool. So they're going. Things are getting more of the guys kind of come back to me. What's this? What's this? Oh, this is under construction. Right. So everybody's waking up to go back to work. So we need to take the teams out of the hunters' huts. Yeah, I think I've said this in a few episodes as well, but if there was a way of just seeing like types of building together as well, that would do it. So if we could just look at like where all of one particular type of building is. Do you know what I mean? Some sort of like some sort of zoning or something that you could just, a button that just overlays that you just quickly look at where everybody is. Is that full? Yeah. This is too cold. Why is this one too cold? Oh, these are. What's wrong with this one? Oh, I'm out. I've maxed out on my coal. Interesting. I've got too much coal stored, basically. So we should really build more storage, I believe. So the only places we should have without workers right now, yeah, because we're getting maxed out on coal. Resources. I'm also not sure. Quite a few times I'm not sure. So I don't know things like the gathering post. I haven't used that yet, and I haven't really worked out whether that's not a good idea, the fact that I haven't done that. Do we need any more amputees? Yeah, we've got 9 more. Where's our factory gone? There it is. What are we missing for this then? Production queue empty. Okay, so we've got 8 more amputees we can sort out. What's going on there? Where's the storage? Resource depot. Oh, steel we need. Scouts have reached this Tester City. Okay, we're going to pause it there. I just want to make sure I've not got. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's a problem. That is a problem. Don't want that happening. So coal. You're too cold. So we might actually look to put another doohickey down there in a minute. Another steam hub. What's your deal? You're just closed because you're always closed at this time of day. That's right, isn't it? No, there's no more raw food. Okay, that's good. That's fine. They've produced it all. And you're too cold. I think that's all right. So let's check on what this thing is. Scouts have reached Tesla City. The city is modern and meticulously built. A tall tower emits a constant barrier of lightning, deflecting the incoming snow. But nobody comes out to greet us. Oh, this sounds interesting. Thunder unleashed. Able minds and bodies will prevail over the cold, reads the slogan, over the entrance of the Tesla City. A central tall tower shines with the blue glow of electric discharges which form a protective dome over the town. But something went wrong here. There are charred bodies lying in the streets and the stench of burnt flesh taints the air. We saw a lightning streak from the tower hitting a building and leaving a gash in its roof. Oh no. So we've got a choice. Send the scouts in, which has obviously got a risk to it, and looks like there'll be potentially some sort of technology reward or maybe a resource reward, or we stay away. I think we've got a risk going in. We entered the city. We've seen a thing or two in our lives, but nothing has ever frightened us as much as this blasted lightning. Until we figured out how to switch it off, that is, now we'll be able to establish an outpost here. Awesome. So that's another outpost. Right, guys, so I think we're going to call that an episode there. That was quite scouty, quite a lot of scout action in that episode for some reason. But and I'm not going to say it because it feels like every time I'm kind of positive, well, I'm going to say it feels like things are going in the right direction. But I'm going to turn optimist, so we shall see what happens. All right, guys, catch you in the next episode.